welcome back. After that short break, we have yet another amazing guest. And just like Allie, we have another actor, producer, writer, and actually someone that I've worked for on a commercial. So it's amazing seeing all these people come into one place and we can talk about their stories. Everyone, please welcome the amazing, hardworking TJ Wimbs. Hi, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Yes, nice to see you. The last time I saw you, we were working with Ben Affleck.
We
Is
were.
that true? Yes, we were. It was a fun time.
That was a good time.
Yeah,
that
we
was a
were
great shoot.
holding, laughing, making jokes, as you do.
Yeah, and he was pretty cool.
He was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I snuck a picture, and you're not allowed to do that.
You're not supposed to,
I
but
did.
there are some actors that you can't even get in their eye.
No.
He's not one of them. But
I was going to take that opportunity, though.
Yeah.
So speaking of celebrities and stars, now, we look you up on IMDb. There's like a ton of stuff because he is everywhere, here, there, everywhere. I don't even know if he's a local in Vegas, which you are, but he is probably the hardest working man. You see him everywhere.
Trying.
What are some of the biggest projects that you worked on? Some of these stars.
The biggest ones I've done with stars, of course, we did Ben Affleck and Shaquille O'Neal, which was amazing. But being on that Christopher Nolan movie Tenet with John David Washington and Robert Pattinson, and you're just like, wow. Because, I mean, they're like standing right next to you and you're doing these scenes and everybody's, got guns and it's just, that was wild.
Yeah.
That was absolutely, when you've been on a set that has a $300 million budget.
Oh.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm just here.
That's a whole nother way of just living. And then music videos are really awesome because you really get to get close up with the actors. So, you get to sit right next to Demi Lovato and talk to her, or you get to stand right next to Roddy Ricch and talk to him and stuff like that, or Usher. Usher is also.
You were an Usher.
I did an Usher music video with him and Marshmello, and Usher is just like legitimately we were sitting there with a couple of guys, we're tactical, futuristic cops, and he just comes up and starts talking to us out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey guys, what's up? How's everything going?" I'm like, "It's 2:00 in the morning. Shouldn't you be in your trailer?"
He's like, "Oh, wait."
I'm like, "Yeah, this is Usher." I'm like, "What?" And he's just like, there are some really, really amazing people out there. Yeah. I've been blessed to
Speaking
work with a
of
few.
music videos and Usher, well, we were talking before this. I saw that he was on a Demi Lovato music video, right?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And you have experience with what it's like on sets. It's long. The crafty is just not great. The treatment is.
Yeah.
But you said this one was pretty cool, right?
No,
Demi.
Yeah, she does it up. She does it up right. I mean, everybody was taken care of, and I've said the best crafties I've ever seen on a set in my life. They were seriously, they were grilling tuna steaks. It was like an opposite. You had like chicken over here and steak, and then all the fixings. But then over here in the corner, they were doing tuna, and I was like, "Get out of here!" And they were doing it where it was just flaking off just perfectly. You're like, "Oh my god, thank you, Demi."
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how I got my SAG card.
Right.
Too,
So now that you're SAG, now let everyone know what you do, which is there's just so much. I don't even know what to cover.
Well, mainly I'm an actor. That's how I got my start with doing stunts, and that got me into acting. My first gig, I had a couple fight scenes, but then they gave me 13 lines, which I was really nervous about because I had never done that before, and memorizing lines was my strong point. So that was cool. But I just got into writing and producing. I just produced my first series. It's now on Prime right now. Our first episode is out. We have 3 more episodes coming, and just got some CGI things to knock out, and we should be done with that. And now I'm writing season 2, which I'm writing it to where it's going to be in Las Vegas, more so, and then in Victorville and Lucerne and Apple Valley, which season 1 is based out.
As it should. Vegas, like we were talking about, it's the theme we need.
And we don't get the respect that we deserve. We also talked about most of the big commercials that come out here for the hotels, they'll hire 95% of the people from LA, then fly them here and then put them in a hotel instead of getting Vegas actors, which blows my mind.
It's so annoying because we should be advertising this amazing.
And it's not like I can't book. I mean, I've been a principal in a Super Bowl commercial in Vegas, so I mean,
and
Toyota and whatever. So I mean.
Yes. So we do have a clip of your Amazon Prime, right? So we can put that in now. We can show you, and it's going to be amazing. Everyone, check that out.
Yeah. First time on the other side of the camera, though. It's not as fun as it is being.
Look, we all know how hard it's been out there. Even with the weed stores handing the shit out like candy, we've been doing.
But it's a learning lesson.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It is, and it's. I think it's very good that I did that to understand what's going on the other side.
Right.
Because if I was just one-sided, and then I don't think I'd be able to grow as an actor if I just stood in front of the camera. and that's all I did. Was
Right,
lines.
because, let's dig into this. This is not really what you've been doing your whole life, correct? So your background has also, like our prior guest, has been military.
20 years United States Air Force, which, I moved tactically very well. I'm very good with guns, any kind of weapons. I did professional wrestling. I trained in 15 different martial arts or fighting styles. So I got a little bit of a background, which I didn't realize when I first came into acting, and they were like, okay, so you need to make a resume. And I'm like, but I haven't done acting, so how do I have a resume? They'd be like, yeah, but you've done professional wrestling, that's stage combat. I was like, oh, I didn't think about that. You've done martial arts, you've done all these different stunt things. I was like, wow, I really didn't realize that. Being in the military and teaching people how to take care of people, like who are wounded. So, oh, you can play a field medic. You have these things. And I was like, whoa, I didn't realize that my real life stuff could come into play as an actor unless it was theater.
Right.
So I thought as soon as I came into acting, I have nothing to offer. Hopefully they'll let me get in a fight, and then that'll be it, and I'll walk away. No, seriously, that's what I was saying. I was like, I can do a fight scene, I can choreograph fighting, but other than that, like memorize lines, that was not my wheelhouse.
People don't realize that a lot of things, like all of us have had some background, whether it be sports, prior jobs, or how we grew up, that really can help you learn how to move your body. And with a lot of this work, anything in the arts, it's all about using your body and just knowing how 100%. To use it enough for the camera.
Well, that's a lot of things too. People don't realize is that communication is almost 90% nonverbal.
Right.
So if you can't tell the story with your eyes to that camera, it's not just I can say my lines. It's can you make the people on the other side go, oh wow, I feel what he's thinking.
Exactly.
I feel what's going on.
Because the camera picks up everything.
Everything. So
everything.
Remember, actors out there, tell with your eyes, not your face.
Smize, Tyra Banks. Is that what she said?
Tell with your eyes.
So how long have you been now in this industry?
5 years now.
5 years.
Just started year 5, July 28th.
And what really sparked your motivation to start?
I actually had no desire whatsoever to be an actor. Okay. Ever. I was, retired military, and I was doing the whole growing the beard out, long hair, just, lifting heavy weights, and I didn't care. I was just like, nobody's telling me what to do anymore. And then one day I decided I shaved my beard, I cut all my hair off. I went to my wife's work. She had never seen me other than pictures with no facial hair, and she just started crying. And then later that day she was like, have you ever thought about getting into acting? And you know how the universe works. As soon as you say something like that to the universe, 3 weeks later I got my first audition. Wow. And the crazy part was, it was from someone I knew when I was a kid who had just moved to Vegas, was shooting a film and remembered I did martial arts and asked if I would do a fight scene. Look
at that. It was just meant to be. And he's worked ever since, right?
I mean,
if you look him up.
I mean, I don't have a real job. I just do this. That's it.
It is, but it is a job. It is a real job, guys. When you normalize this as a job.
To me, if you love something, it's not work.
It's not work, but you're living your dream. So what would you say is your end goal? Are you trying to be an A-lister? Are you trying to just go all the way to the top?
Well, my short-term goals right now are to get the rest of my show on Prime.
Right.
And then I'm writing season 2. I didn't get to write season 1, but I wrote season 2. I'm 95 pages in. And just to be able to pitch that, to get an opportunity to pitch it to somebody who could actually make a difference. And if I could do that, I know I can get that show out there. Yeah. But overall, I mean, I just want to be able to put things out as a writer or as a director or as anything to where people go, oh man, I understand what he was putting out there. Yeah. I felt what they were, instead of just watching and going, yeah, there was some good action, it was okay, it was funny. Now I want people to go, wow, I felt what he was writing right there, or I feel that character that he created.
Yeah,
that's the end goal.
How I feel as an actor is my main reason why is I like to make people feel.
Exactly. And then one day, I'm super old, people go like, hey, remember that TJ Wimbs guy? Dude, he was awesome. Yeah. Remember that show? That's a good thing too. Is once something's made, everything's digital. It's out there forever. They can't take it away from you. So, I'm really big on putting everything I have into whatever I do.
So you're writing. Do you really write from experiences? What's your genre normally?
I'd never written before.
Okay.
So I probably write really weird, and writers watching this are probably going to go, "You're doing it wrong," and it's going to be dumb. But I write backwards. I already know what I want to happen. And then I wrote the last step, the finale. Then I write the beginning, and then I write it this way. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but that's how I write. And then everything just congeals in the middle. And once I get my main story down, then I go through. I go, okay, this character here needs more. So let me add to this character, or this character needs less, or whatever. And then the story builds out. And like I said, now I'm 95 pages in, and I still have stories to expand on. So I know I'm gonna definitely be over 100 by the time our first season's out, and then when it's time to pitch, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be ready. It's gonna be something legit.
I love that. I mean, art's subjective, right? So there's no right and wrong to anything.
I've never taken a writing class or anything like that, so I don't know if I'm doing it right. But I do have a friend of mine who's written a lot of stuff, and he goes in behind me and goes, okay, let me make it look correct. Because he knows what I'm trying to say, but not as a writer.
Yeah.
Because when I see it in my head, I'm sitting in the theater and I'm watching it. And then I'm trying to figure, okay, how do I put that to script?
Yeah.
Without making it sound like I'm writing a novel.
Yeah.
So, and that was the hardest part, is when I finally sat down and just started exterior,
Because you
night.
want to make it sense to your actors too. You want to understand what's going on.
So that's the other thing, is I write it to where I can understand it. And I feel if I understand it, then everybody can understand it, because like I said, I'm not theatrically trained. I'm not a writer so I write it to the easiest thing for me to understand.
Yeah. So before we go, let's please bring up the Amazon Prime thing, because this is a huge thing. What can we look forward to it? Can you give us a little synopsis?
Oh, well, we takes place during COVID, and we took the full advantage of what was going on here. So basically, we got a guy who has a gun shop. COVID hits, they go back to reopen, and as we know, there was plenty of guns, but there were no bullets to be found anywhere in the United States. So we went off of that. So okay, so now he has no bullets. He can't open his gun shop. He can't make any money. How's this guy going to survive? So where we were up in Lucerne, in that area, if you go out into the like desert area, it's nothing but pot farm. As far as the eye can see, we're like, oh, we can run with this. So the guy starts growing pot, and of course his weed's a little bit better than everybody else's. And then when the bad guys start getting undersold, he starts taking a chunk. They come in, they make him an offer. He refuses, and that's when everything hits the fan.
Okay.
So a lot of action.
A lot of it. I love it. It's going to keep you on your toes. You get to see the man in action himself. And what's the name of this?
This is called Red Sands.
Red Sands.
Yeah, so I'm acting, I'm producing, I'm doing stunts, fight coordinator, and I actually did, for the first time in my life, blood spatter special effects, which something brand new. CGI, once again. Too, no? Yeah, we tons of CGI. I don't do the CGI. That's computer stuff. But the blood spatter, there are 3 blood spatter shots in the film, and they're all mine. They're all stuff that I just did from scratch. But I had no idea what I was doing. I went online, I looked a few things up. Seriously, I shot it. I sent it to the executive producers. They're like, "Oh, that looks good." I'm like, "All right, cool, let's do it."
That's
everything
the
new.
standard.
Yeah, everything new for that show was so many firsts. Other than being an actor, everything else on there was first time. Yeah,
but you're the epitome of, if you want something done, you gotta do it
yourself.
You gotta do it yourself. Have the motivation, and it will work for you, right? So TJ Wimbs, everyone, please look up Red Sands on Amazon Prime, coming soon, and find him on social media.
First episode's out.
First episode's out. Yep. Well, there you go. And you're on social media. Everyone can look you up.
Instagram and Twitter at TJWIMZ, Facebook and LinkedIn at TJWIMBS, and my IMDb is imdb.me/TJWIMBS.
Everyone, TJ Wimbs, everyone. Thank you so
much.
Thank you.
It's
my pleasure to have you. Yay.
Look, we all know how hard it's been out there. Even with the weed stores handing the shit out like candy, we've been doing what we can to stay on top of the market. Quality, timely delivery. Hell, we even scale back our prices. Now we got this son of a bitch scaling back his prices even more, and our product just ain't moving like it used to.
Rodrigo, the answer is no.
Only one thing that's got to be done here.
Seriously, come on, bro. They're gonna kill you. They can try. I ain't dying.